How can a single kill? Actually, no spoilers. Today I'm playing with Zerial, one of the best Among Us players. As you know by now, imposters like separating from groups. Zerial did just that. Instantly I gave him a 10% suspicion. Then I followed him toward the left side, before waiting in medbay. Suddenly, lights were sabotaged, which instantly made me even more suspicious. Zerial went from 10% to 15%. Only seconds later, Rose's body was reported by none other than Zerial. Zerial instantly accused Pink by asking for his location. However, that only made me more suspicious. Here's my theory. A shapeshifter kill would be almost impossible. The lights were sabotaged. The game had barely started. Less than 15 seconds had passed. Yet somehow, Zerial immediately shifted the suspicion from Pink onto a shapeshifter. That didn't make sense at all. So I refused to let that suspicion shift happen. I instantly accused Pink. Pink was voted out. As expected, he was an imposter, but more importantly, my theory was correct. If Pink was truly the killer, then Zerial's shapeshifter theory made even less sense. That pushed his suspicion all the way up to around 33%. The next round, I headed toward the middle. While passing through storage, I saw Maroon doing wires. At the same time, Zerial had barely entered storage. Then suddenly, the doors locked. At first, nothing seemed unusual. But when the doors finally opened, everything changed. A stage 4 Viper body appeared. Both Zerial and Maroon were gone. And to make things even stranger, shapeshifter evidence was left on the ground. Instantly, I slammed the emergency button. I accused Maroon. Then I explained my reasoning. The doors were locked. Nobody could have escaped, which meant whoever was involved had to be connected to that area. Before the vote ended, I planted one final seed onto Zerial. Not enough to get him voted, just enough for the lobby to remember his name later. Maroon was voted out. As expected, he was an imposter, a shapeshifter to be specific. Now things started making sense, but the game wasn't over. The next round, I waited until the final 3 seconds before calling a meeting. Then I accused Zerial, not as a shapeshifter, as a Viper. Around 60% of the lobby looked completely confused, so I started explaining. The stage 4 body was found in lower storage, exactly where Zerial had been. Then I expanded the theory. Zerial was the last player with Maroon. If Maroon really shapeshifted there, Zerial should have seen it happen. And if he didn't mention it, that was suspicious by itself. But there was something even more important. The existence of a stage 4 body meant a Viper had to be involved. And the player with the best opportunity to create that situation was Zerial. The lobby slowly connected the dots. Zerial tried defending himself, but the evidence kept stacking higher and higher. Eventually, the votes came in. Zerial was voted out, and exactly as expected, he was the Viper. A single kill, one strange accusation, and one theory. That was all it took to catch both imposters.